So that tells me he's going to break a little bit like what Jason Shaw does. Well, that's going to need to have to improve.
And Fedor just said that was hard enough with a question mark.
Well, this is for me to discuss with him. All right.
Involved early on, not even chalked his cue yet.
Yeah, that'll go on the socials.
Yeah, we have a bit of an unwritten rule in the sport where it's like a bit of a gentleman's agreement where the players have to use a forceful break. Always causes a little bit of controversy. I think Fedor's well within his rights to ask, though. I mean, Ben Taylor Fuente was having none of it.
I don't know, it was just a weird break, actually. I didn't feel like he hit him too soft, but the one caught the point. Could it have gotten past the head string? I don't know. 3 didn't make it. Just kind of an odd break. And Fedor Gorst, obviously. I don't know. I think he and SVB are the best in the world at the rollout.
Yeah, that was not a good rollout, though, was it? When you just left that type of shot, all he did was stun the cue ball a couple of rails.
Extension call.
In fairness, I think Fedor was trying to tie the 2 ball up as well. I think he just misjudged.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to have it a little thinner on the 1 also. Wow, look at how close this is. He's got a double jump. It's going to be close to landing on the 1. I'm sure it will hop prior to it.
He's rolling good. He's rolling very good.
Extension called.
Is he looking at the 2 rail line here? I think you've just got to go 1 rail, of course. Yeah, he's elevating, so he's going to have to spin this a little, or is he just pounding it? Watch out, upper right.
Did the point help him as it saved him? Don't know if Fedor can get through to this without a little bit of spin. He doesn't seem too concerned, does he? Not easy though. I think if he pots it, can he come underneath the pink 4 through the gap?
Yeah, he's going to have to put some speed on it. Doesn't want any variations coming off, so he wants to put pace. Okay, table holding up a little bit. Caught that just a tick thin. And that's all due to the speed at which he hit it. Get over for the blue 2, which he wasn't even on, I don't think. Well, this isn't easy no matter what. At 7, a huge ball if you do make this.
It's a good shot and seemed to hit it without any time left. It was right on the buzzer.
Here's another look. Just caught the rail first, and I think that's what landing on the 2. This is just as difficult as the last one. Yes. How used to the buzzer is he, Carl? Probably not very, if any.
Yeah, first match out here for Michael. And after seeing the opening few shots of this rack, I kind of get the feeling the start is very important for the Filipino. Got away with one though.
He's left a thin look here.
It's actually a really good effort from what he was attempting. Tried to get behind the green 6 and use the pink 4 for the hook.
Yeah, can you avoid the 8? Or do you want to go into it? Yeah, you can get in between them. That's even better. Still a lot of work to do. 7 ball. Can you split the gap between the 8 and 5? Back and forth. Tell you what, that was a real good strike right there. I think obviously the longer this goes, if he stays in control, the more comfortable he will get. He was extremely nervous his last match versus Duong Quoc Wong.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you're better to stay above the 6 here. Obviously going to go 1 rail back down. Just don't want to fall below it. Now he's all right to come all the way down here. No problem. Elevating a little bit. The upper right a problem.
He's fluked it. He's all over the show in rack 1, but boy, the pool gods have looked after. Look at this one. How do you find that? You could stay there for the next 2 years and not pull that shot off.
Yeah, he's overcut it as well. We just touched, he's not played on this table, so maybe the cloth a little slicker than the outside tables due to the overcut there that we just saw.
Thing is, Scott, you know, you've been in these matches and, you know, let's say Gorst does go on to lose this opening rack, which looks likely. He'll be kind of happy sat in his chair, having seen a few wild swipes from his opponent.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you Gorst, one of the greats at feeling the tension as well from his opponent, so there's definitely no mistaking. Michael is a little bit nervous. He's not been in this situation, from what I know of, ever. Doesn't mean he can't do it, Carl. We know he can. We know, as you say, how fickle this game is.
Watch his back arm here on delivery. Yeah, he's got this crazy backswing.
It wasn't exactly hard, was it, that hit?
No, but let's just have a look at the balls. 2 ball was going to go up table, but it got stopped. Sometimes the balls can look a little like sort of clunky and they all just end up here, but then when you see the replay, a couple of them kind of get kicked and stopped from going up the table.
But it also looks like he is trying to put a lot into it, so yeah, a little bit misleading. This does play to the lower right. I don't know if you can stay below the 8 here. Wouldn't be a problem going into the pink 4. Yeah, and that's ideal. This is laid up and opened everything up. This angle looks quite a bit steeper. No problem. I just kind of get the feeling like he's going to need, or I think we have the feeling he's going to need a 3 or 4 game lead to really start this out for some reason. But maybe he gets comfortable as he goes forward. Real comfortable. Never know. You can stay below the 8 here, shooting the 7. Probably smart not to flirt with the 9.
Extension call.
Yeah, see that pump you're talking about in the backhand?
Yeah, as this match unfolds, we'll get a good look at the delivery of the cue as he pulls it back before impact. He'll probably play the 8 ball up the long rail. He's overhit this somewhat. Okay. He'll still play it up in the corner. It's going into a generous pocket from this angle.
Just feels like anytime the buzzer's at play, he's a little off.
Right on the money again, right on the last beat. Break and run.
Day tomorrow, so I just have to stay focused and try to keep my head in it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Good luck tomorrow, and well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and so as we just went to that little interview there, Fedor Gorst asked or requested Marcel. He's a little concerned about the break speed for Baoanan.
Yeah, this break seemed to be hit with a bit more authority, but there was just a bit of kind of nerves, you know, being in this arena, playing golf. That actually looked like a miss hit on the replay. Hit it a bit too thin, and it seemed to, ball seemed to spread a little better. It's just weird at times, but I'm sure Michael, you know, he's not soft breaking on purpose. I think it's just a little nerves.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, I think a little misleading, both of those hits, really, in a lot of ways, because it looked like he was really delivering the cue with quite a bit of power. We'll keep a close eye on it going forward, obviously.
Scott, obviously we've just heard Aloysius talk about the table. Obviously Jeremy Jones asked him how much different is it playing. Trying to explain to the viewer who doesn't play pool at all, and he's wondering, well, how can this table be different from the other tables in the room?
Well, people talk about the lighting, or the players talk about the lighting, and oftentimes, first off, this is a different table than the Pro-Ams, okay? So this is a different table. And I think it's really just a lot of the lighting, right? And so you've got bigger space, the people are separated and quite a ways away from the table. When you've got lighting over it like that, it's going to dry the table out quite a bit and tend to slide quite a bit more. He is the comeback kid. 2 years ago, Saudi Arabia trailing, I think, 5 of his matches, coming back to win, so he is not panicking.
Talking of comebacks, Dennis Graby's on a little bit of a comeback. He now trails 7-5 over on table 3, so he's well back in the game. Yeah, what's Fedor got here? What's he being left with?
I was really surprised he went into those. I believe the 7 played to the right side. As a matter of fact, when I saw him elevating, I was going to say, is he going into these balls? Just kind of surprising there, because you always knew a little mishit, you could end up behind him. And he is so good at maneuvering the cue ball in tight areas, so really, just a big surprise for me right there. Yeah, I believe he's just using the second rail here, or the bottom rail. If he goes behind it, yeah. Tried to clip the top side of it, I believe. He'll take that. He might not like the next opportunity.
It's getting loud in here. Crowd are willing Fedor on. Yeah, the 9 ball, the 8 ball, the 7 ball, this is all big target for the hook. Could take the bank on, but it's awkward with a cue ball. Gorst kicking again. He'll bring the jump cue, he'll have a look. It's an option.
Yeah, where is he going from here? Is he just trying to thin the left side of the 4? Or am I misled? Can he see more of it than I think? I don't think you can kick behind it. Well, he did kick behind it. Not going to pay off, though.
Early try for the comeback kid. Yeah, if you missed the afternoon session, Fedor Gorst against Victor Zielinski was one of the matches of the season. Zielinski, well, he'll be somewhere on the east coast of America. Sick, absolutely sick, because he blew it. He had an opportunity. Just as Michael's had an opportunity here to go 3-0 up, and I think he's hooked himself freeze.
Yeah, that one definitely didn't lengthen out. He was flirting with the 6 all along.
Yeah, so Zielinski was 9-6 up over Gorst. Gorst wins the last 4 racks.
Yeah, at that 9-6 point, Zielinski played long position on the 5. Got really funny on the 4. That's where it all went wrong.
What's he going to leave? Listen, Fedor Gorst will be happy to be back at table. He doesn't care what shot he's got. He's just happy to be stood there, chalking his cue.
Yeah, is he going at the 9 here? I think he might be going at the 9 and just sending the 5 around 2 rails up.
Needs to go, this. It needs to go. Yeah, fuming. He's left this, you know. He can pop this ball.
There's something about Fedor, and he doesn't do this all the time, but it's oftentimes where he'll dig himself into a little bit of a hole. It's like then is when he wakes up. Not known to be a quick starter or a good starter, Gorst. Known to be the best finisher, though.
I can only think he's counting from 5 in his head. How on earth is he striking the cue ball this late every time?
Yeah, just paying attention to the way the cue ball bit there, that's a good sign. It actually grabbed quite well. Now stretched. Really stretched with the extension.
Well, he'll start believing now. It's understandable, you know, he's not played in this arena, has he? You know, this big setting, packed house. Playing the defending champion. But this is the ideal start.
All right, let's keep the eyes on this break.
Yeah, and it will be no shock to our viewers that world final you're talking about, Scott, Fedor was down by a mile and come back. Okay, this is getting wild in here.
Yeah, I believe he was down 9. Was he down 9-2 and then 13-9? Tied it up both times.
Absolutely spot on, and it was a dry break at 13-13. He never seen the table again. It can happen like that. That's what makes it such a beautiful sport to watch. You can be on the edge of your seat. You never know what opportunities you're going to get. But he's got an opportunity in rack 4.
That's what I think people need to understand about this break format. That's why it's the best format in the world for 9-ball. So there's just no guarantee on the blue 2, even if you make the 1.
Couldn't come more centre of the table there, just because that was the only real angle he had on the pink 4. So he didn't want to start smashing the ball too hard and risk missing the pot. This is all about just making the ball, because the cue ball's got the natural angle to land on the green 6.
He can hit this with a little bit of pace here. Yeah, any harder that might have held up. Not a problem. Looking to possibly go to the upper right here. If not, I think he can creep above the 7. This is something he does very well, though. He limits the cue ball movement. Nothing clean, Carl.
That's why he's lost the cue ball. He's ducking.
Yeah, and quickly down on the duck.
Doesn't want this to go near the rail. This makes the kick shot easier. Wow, Fedor Gorst did not clear the table.
Yeah, we're always so shocked when he doesn't do something that we predict. But he's got so much depth, so many layers to his game.
Looks like he can get a piece of the rail past the middle pocket. May have to go straight into the brown 7. I don't know if he can swerve it enough for a 2-railer. Looks like he can do both. Oh, hit the ball, Michael. Make sure you hit the ball. If you miss the ball, you're going to lose the rack. If you hit it, you might get...
Yeah, and I think that's something else on this table that he might not be used to, because when you start to swerve it, it's really going to take. He bent that cue ball a lot more than he expected initially. I don't know how he's feeling, Carl, but we pay close attention to how the balls enter the pockets with these guys, and Gorst specifically is one of the best. Nothing really clean yet.
Yeah, because if the 8 went in clean, he'd have a straight 9. Now he's got a little cutback. I mean, listen, he's the best player on the planet. This is unmissable. The left side.
Yeah, Gorst will never soft break him. And actually, he gains a ton of cue power on the break.
Showing the Filipino how to break hard. He's got to look.
Yeah, definitely sending a message there. Getting into him a little bit more than normal.
Put himself under a little bit of pressure on this blue 2. It's going into a nice pocket, but make sure you hit that right side slowly. It'll still fall.
Yeah, does he come all the way over? He's so good at killing the cue ball. Jeremy says soft hands with Jason Shaw. Well, Gorst has the same thing. Yeah, like so. Catches the 2 a little heavier, uses the wide side of the pocket, and keeps the cue ball nice and soft.
Yeah, every ball lends itself to the next ball. You can see on the chart at the bottom of the screen, there's no green 6. That was pocketed on the break.
And the more table time Gorst gets, not going to do any favors for Michael Baoanan. Just because of the lack of experience out here on the main stage. Not that he can't do it, not saying that. But this guy is just so used to it. He's in his element.
Yeah, if you've been flicking across the channels and you've stumbled across the 9 ball, you've always got to hit the lowest ball first. If anything else goes in, you stay at the table, you keep shooting. And if the 9 ball, or the bumblebee, as we call it, goes in, you win the rack.
Yeah, the pace around the table is starting to pick up just a little bit. You can sense the confidence Building. Did he get a little funny here? Like to where he might have to go forward, or can he come back? He can come straight back. Watch how he cues this ball. Just below center and then goes way down on final delivery. Oh, he pinched it, Carl. Pinched it. Maybe a bit quick in the backswing, too.
It is never ideal leaving yourself straight, because you can only go backwards or forwards. He had to put a decent stroke on that, and it's cost him the... Now, if you've not played a match on this table, this shot on the 8-ball could catch you out if you're not very smart. I mean, Aloysius Yap is pretty smart, and it caught him out earlier on. Very similar.
Yeah, you're kind of gambling coming out of this. It's so deep. And this looks about as good as you can do from there. He's going to be thrilled. Look.
Copigny is at the table. He's 2 balls away from making it through to day 6. Tomorrow, the semi-finals. Dennis Grabe, you have had a fantastic week here, but it's over. Team Asia won the Reyes Cup last year, and it's Team Asia who are dominating here at the US Open. 3 out of the 5 players from that team are in the semi-final.
Then we realize. But to me, it looks like he's...
Michael, in my opinion, that's still not forceful. Okay, so this is now a warning. If you do not use a forceful break from now on, it'll be a foul ball.
That's a bad call. Okay. This is a bad call. Watch the cue ball. It's going to hit the 3rd rail. Yeah, it does hit the 3rd rail.
And look at the spread. Yeah, immediately you could tell he made great contact there. This is a little concerning, maybe because of the pressure that Fedor's put on the ref.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure tournament director Marcel Eckert will be watching on, but that was his hardest break of the match.
Yeah, and how will that affect Baoanan throughout this rack? Does he have to play the 3 off the purple 5 here? I mean, out of all the breaks, and I don't want to harp on this, that was by far the firmest break, like you just said, Carl. The first couple were definitely questionable. No doubt about it.
Yeah, we use a bit of a guide, don't we, between the players and those commentators and the referees. And if you see the cue ball, it's come off the left rail, back over to the right rail, and then it still hit the other 3rd rail, and usually that is deemed as powerful enough. Maybe just this has got to the ref. It's understandable. He's under the gun. He's under pressure as well. Never mind the players.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got one guy not happy about it, the other guy not really thing, but the guy that's not happy about it's putting the heat on you as the referee. I get it. But you can just tell by the layout, you can tell by how quickly the 1 travels in, and you can tell by the sound.
This Filipino and Filipino pool players around the world, they will not be phased. These are super talented on a pool table. Michael Baoanan, all he's done is smile around the arena. He'll find this funny. He'll enjoy this. If anything, it's relaxed him.
Your point is well taken. I think you're right on the money there. it might fire him up even more, to be honest with you, because he knows that he hit those balls well.
Just don't want to land straight on this ball. If you land straight, you're in a world of trouble. He's actually landed where you would put it if you had ball in hand. He's plumb.
Yeah, and the table not sliding like it was a couple hours ago. It's really starting to bite.
About 30 minutes ago, he was looking very edgy. It's a different story now. He's settled into this match. As he wins a...
That is not soft for sure. But now we do know he can hit him a little harder when he wants. Could have been nerves early, Carl, right? The first rack, definitely questionable. Second rack was definitely questionable. Could have been nerves.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it can happen, but it was just the time of the warning for me and what was strange. He warned him on his hardest break of the match.
Well, you could tuck him under the 5 here, I feel like, pretty easily. Maybe not. Maybe it's laying a little funnier than I think. It's the 2 past the 5. He's almost acting like he was going to cut it in. Yeah, I think he's going behind the 5 here. Or is he playing the 5? Yeah, trying to. That's not going to be hard enough, is it? Oh my! Did it get there?
Well, we know it's not touching the purple 5. Gorst would have been in all kinds if it was. What has he left here? He's obviously left the pot. It's a big mistake.
Extension called.
Maybe he has to go off the rail a little bit. He does have to go off the rail a little bit, but listen, he's favourite to knock this ball in. This is not the most difficult rail first pot.
No, it's like I say, in a big ball position. The pocket plays fairly large from here. He's not going to hit it real hard. Very good. Wow, I thought he made that. I really did think he made that. I figured this table tight. It starting to act a little bit more true, but there you can see it. Yeah, definitely thin.
Yeah, the replay, you could see it hit the rail very quick. Facial expression says it all from Gorst there. You just can't keep doing this, can you, Scott?
Oh, look at what he just did. A bonus, flicked the bottom of the 9, opening the 8 up. That was the biggest problem here. Now it's the 5 to the 6 in the near future. Really? It's this shot here.
Extension called.
5 to the 6 is pretty natural. Wrapping around. Definitely a different style. That needs to carry. That needs to carry. Gorst most likely going to get back to the table. I don't think he can see enough of this. So the 4 must not have passed the 7 in the same corner as the 3. If it did, and it still looks like it does, but I don't think he would have played it like this if it did.
Gorst was out of the chair super quick there.
Yeah, well, let's remember this game, right? Game number 7. This is where it could all slip away.
This is probably thinner than the camera. It was very thin. He had to bank it. Nailed the bank. Is this the start of the Gorst comeback that so many times?
I just feel like he needs to settle down a bit. You touched on it, how he jumped out of the chair. I feel like his pace around the table's been a little inconsistent, and that is not who he is. He is Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, I'm so used to seeing Fedor ultra focused. I know growing up as a young pool player, he was a massive fan of Niels Feijen, and you wouldn't see Niels Feijen getting involved in these antics that we've seen Fedor. Super amped. Two ball? No.
Something tells me that the drama is not over.
Yeah, one ball just hits the top jaw. That's how accurate you've got to be to find into that side pocket. It's narrow, it's small. Got to try and protect yellow one ball. In an exhibition, he might fly this off the brown 7 in left centre, you know.
I think he actually just took a look at it, but what about just playing the 1 off the middle of the 3, sending the 1 up towards the pink and maybe tucking under the 8? I think that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, that's the boring shot. But he's a Filipino, he's got flair. He's flamboyant. He's let this one leak out. He's forgot to hide the cue ball.
Yeah, it's a pretty big mistake right there. I felt like he could stun down, play it with a little bit of pace, like into the 3. When you spin it that much, it can open up off the second rail like it did. You can't give this guy that many openings. Sooner or later,
Extension called.
he's going to take advantage. Tough to hide here. You could just hide behind the pink, but it is so tricky because you've got to roll it. Could send the 1 back down towards the 9, but dangerous. Maybe thin the right side and come around. I don't know. That's probably the play.
That is a really good shot. Can't stress how difficult that was.
Yeah, and this is how Fedor Gorst wins, right? He doesn't always make the balls clean and perfect. He's got so many levels to his game, and this is a big part of it. Is he going to get away with this? Yeah, probably going to try to use the 2 here as cover, kicking behind the 1 with a high ball. Oh, he's played it this way. I guarantee you he's played it this way, Paul.
Yeah, did he play it that way because of the purple 5? May have thought that could pot in the 1 ball up the rail.
There. Turned out pretty good. Yeah, gonna send this up towards the 3, I think. Softly creep behind the 6, but he did this numerous times in Saudi Arabia. It's one shot he seems to struggle with, where he's using kind of a full ball hit with extreme outside spin.
Yeah, Michael's got a bit of a concerned look on his face as he walks away there. Doesn't feel like he's locked him up as good as he should have. Nobody wants to give up a shot on the yellow one. Nobody's getting an easy look at it. The safeties need to be a little tighter.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to jump over onto the short bottom rail and kick behind it. Didn't even look at another option.
Yeah, the key here is to get enough speed on it, right? To get the distance, number 1, but number 2, get a rail.
Yeah, after contact, a ball must hit a rail or go in the pocket.
Look, it's thin to the side. This is a great effort by Gorst. Oftentimes will not fall when you catch that first point. Yeah, here he's going to have to come all the way over, I believe. He might be able to hold, but to ensure the make, I think you got to come all the way out past the 7.
Nice. Very nice. He likes pulling the trigger at the end.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, almost like he's counting them, the seconds, but maybe using it a little bit like a guide. It almost starting to seem. Like his countryman Carlo Beato, that middle finger starting to work a little bit more. That's just a subconscious movement in the bridge hand.
Yeah, I did see a post earlier on today on Carlo Beato's socials congratulating Michael, and he said, my best friend, so clearly very close.
Look, I don't think any of us really know how good this guy plays, right? Maybe Carlo knows a little bit more than we do. Just gotta wonder though, Carl, under the extreme pressure when this gets closer to the end, does that delivery and that little loop, and he's also got a bit of a hesitation back there, does that kind of show up?
You would think it would, but sometimes it's not all about that, is it? Sometimes you get faced with some tricky shots. He did against Jesus Atencio last night. In the last 32, he had a real tricky, long, thin 2-ball to get on an awkward 3-ball, and he nailed it at 9 apiece. Landed on the wrong side of the brown 7. It's near the pocket though, the 8-ball.
Yeah, I don't mind coming out of the top left with like a stun inside ball here.
Extension, cool.
I think the outside ball's a little dangerous. It makes the 9 bigger, and that's the line he's looking at. I don't think you can go wrong with the stun with the inside ball out of the top left corner. Just catch the top rail first. He might be going to the long rail first. And he's going to be just fine here.
Yeah, that is good enough.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to slow down anytime soon, Carl.
Yeah, both players had plenty of shots early on in this rack. It was the yellow 1-ball.
Oh, he's got real fortunate here to catch a couple of kisses. The one went high. I think he caught him a little. Yeah, he caught him just a hair thick.
But if you look at the split of the balls cannoned other balls, so the split kind of makes it look softer, right? The break, that is. No word from Fedor. Ben's gone quiet all of a sudden. Ben Taylor Fuente, the referee.
Yeah, I think he can pinch draw this, no problem. It's close range. Easy to manipulate the cue ball. Yeah, this isn't the angle he wanted though. Going away from the pink now. Elevated over the 6, or a funny bridge at best. Can drift this into the side, but boy, those are never fun, especially with your hand elevated over the green. Yeah, and you see this angle if he tries to go forward. I think the side pocket's at play. Obviously, every game's big, Carl, but once again, I just feel like these are where the turning points can happen, and if he doesn't finish it off, Gorst could come crawling back.
I don't mind him going forward here, just leaving a long 4-ball.
I think he's afraid of the side pocket, though. That's why he's drawing.
You just called it, Scott. You have just called it. Is this the moment? We're so used to seeing Gorst come back in these matches. Kind of feel it needs to happen now. No excuse for missing the blue two. It's going into a generous pocket from that angle. He was only drawing it back about a foot.
He needs that to carry. I think it's just got there.
Well, you say that. He doesn't want to shoot this up into the upper right corner. Does he have to draw it in between the gap, the side pocket, and the purple ball? The side pocket is always there. Willing the flick on the purple 5. He knew if he flicked it, it was going to help his next shot.
Yeah, I don't think it hurt him much, though. This is real natural to the 6. What a great look, though. I think the 5 is just off the rail by a fraction. That actually helps you a little bit. Just makes it slightly a bigger ball. Obviously, you have to catch this ball going in. And it's just barely off.
There you go.
That's nice. He won't mind swinging the cue ball round 3 rails from the brown 7. Playing the 8-9 combination. That sits pretty good if the cue ball's on the bottom rail. He'll be forced into playing that shot. He's not going to risk trying playing the 8 in the other corner.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind getting close to it, though, that's for certain. So probably wants to wrap around that top right corner pretty tight, unless he just goes the 2-rail path.
Gotta go 3 rails for me. You're just coming into the line of the shot better.
I agree, but there's times where he'll just play the long rails. Okay, he pounded. And notice how nice and tight he got on the 8-9. That's because the 9 off the rail just a touch.
Is it time?
Yeah, there's something going on in the stands.
Close to break. Here's another look. How close is this blue 2 to the side pocket, though?
Yeah, I think he's on. Might have to roll it. He's the type not to roll, though. He'd like to elevate just a pinch. Just punch this in. Yeah, see the elevation here. That's more elevation. There's a great angle. It's a little steeper than it looks, as usual. Here, it just looks like a floater. It's nothing like that. It's a great view. That wasn't even close. Did he leave it on, Carl?
I think he can just get through. to the blue too. Yeah, that should have been going towards the left jaw. Mile away.
Extension called.
Needs to pot this ball and get the cue ball over to the right somehow. There's a lot of balls in the way here. He's also got to be careful of the middle pocket that he doesn't scratch.
Yeah, you see that a lot, don't you, Carl, with that extreme low outside. They often miss it thin.
Yeah, almost like you're scared of hitting it. Then you don't hit it. Of course, he's going for the bank in the upper right corner.
Yeah, heavy favorite here. You just sense it. Nailed the bank on the 5 a couple of racks ago when he got too steep.
Did he land a little awkward?
Yeah, the good news, pink 4 really out in open space down here. It's just all about for him right now, knocking this down. One of the best at the elevation as well.
Just not quite getting the cue ball where he wants. It's getting tougher and tougher.
This might be pretty natural, Carl, with like a high outside ball, just drifting it into the top left, medium speed.
Extension cool.
Or is the side pocket, the overhead tells me the side pocket could be in the way.
Yeah, ideally he hits just above side pocket.
No, I think he's got to do something with the cue ball here. This angle doesn't look like it, though. Sure looks like he can level out. We're going to find out real soon. Yeah, he can just level out here. This is pretty natural.
Looks good. It's very good. Under the gun, 3 racks behind. Fair play, and this is what he is at. Look at the overhead. Kind of just rolling it into the pocket. They're scary.
If he's going forward here, this is one, yeah, I don't think he is, but it's one that you'd have to pound. Watch out, 7. He knows better than I do. See how the cue ball came short, Carl? It's constantly done that all week. You really kind of got to overhit it a little bit. It seems to just feather off that top rail a little light.
Well, if that's the case, he's got to make sure he gets this one right. You don't want to be landing short on the 8 ball. Which he doesn't. He's perfect. He just grinds away, doesn't he? He just keeps grinding. He's nowhere near playing his A game here. But he's a fighter. just not go away.
Oh, look at how quick the one is firing into the side. This break shot, one of the best.
He may be tempted at the long bank. Has it got a bit of a two-way about it?
Feel like the pink 4 is too big for position. The black 8 is where he's going.
Yeah, he knows how to rein it in. And it's a good one. The pink 4 ballers kind of took away the pot with the short cue.
Yeah, Carl, I think that's something Fedor does really well, whereas some players might try to get nice and tight up and behind the 8. Fedor just knows to get the hook, take his chances from there.
Foul stroke, ball in hand.
And here we go.
Yeah, the blue 2, the purple 5, and the red 3 have all. But he's got ball in hand. He can put it anywhere on the table. So even though he can't really see what's going on, I'm sure he can come up with something. Well, maybe he can't. As in attacking.
Yeah, he might be playing the 9 and just nudging the 3 a little bit, tucking onto the 5. Kind of what we call a two-way play.
As in trying to make the 9?
Yeah, why not? You're going to get the snooker right behind the purple 5.
I like it.
It's an outside chance, making the 9 clearly steep to the side. But he's certain he's going to get the hook. Unless you miss-hit the 9, something terrible, which I can't foresee.
Combo from Gorst. He pulls it back to just one behind. Look at this. That was not easy. The fact that he was playing safe made the shot a little easier.
Yeah.
He'll be looking to do the same again.
Yeah, and this is where he gets dangerous. I don't know here, but it looks like the 4 might have him.
Really good look at the cue ball there. Now it's across. Don't think he can pot it up in the long rail. No clue if the cross bank is on.
Yeah, I think the cross bank is on. Could he play another two-way and maybe tuck under the 3 and 5 at the same time?
The freeze loves a two-way. The two-way shot is on.
Ticket to paradise. Gorst off and running. Gorst. He knew it was bound to happen. He's been here so many times in these trailing positions. It's like he lives for it.
Needs a good angle on this purple 5, doesn't it? That will make the next positional shot so much easier. This has got to keep going. It's not, so he's going to have to stun this ball in now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stun cheat, right? You're going to try and draw the cue ball straight back up towards the 6. And maybe he has more angle than it looks. I think he does. So it's now just about the speed. Doesn't have to get too close. 6 does play to the lower right.
Extension called.
Anywhere, you know, center table above the 8's great.
Actually, that's more angle than I thought.
Yeah, he could even use the long rail.
Still not out of the woods just yet. Still got to get this one right. Doesn't have a full pocket. Oh, how close was that? I didn't think he could hit that.
Yeah, he used every inch of the pocket, and I swear, 7 might even rocked a little.
We're just so used to seeing Fedor be behind in these matches. And we become guilty of thinking he's just going to do it again, but it can't keep happening, can it, Scott? At some point he's going to get beat easy, surely.
I call it the Fedor effect. I think it's real. I think it's one of the most powerful things on the planet.
The Fedor. 6 apiece. It's a race to 4.
Yeah, to get into the final 4, the green 6 into the side 1. For some reason on this table, when they do miss the 1, it's been high. It's not common. It's typically low. And there's a great look. The 6 tracking side. Boy, is he trying to sliver this into the right side pocket. Does he just let the cue ball go here, knowing that it's going to maybe track, or does he have to swerve this? Yeah, he's just leveled out here. He's going to rip it. That's how thin he's got to hit this. I take it back. He could swerve it.
Very clever,
Extension
actually,
cool.
playing it off the jaw, so it wasn't as thin. Watch where the 1 goes in.
Yeah, and I presume this might even be a little thinner than it looks. So he's either got to come back and forth or just check this. He'll most likely check it. Pocket will accept the ball a little better. But boy, this is steeper than it looks, I guarantee it.
He's on it. Got to judge a cannon, though, on the pink 4.
Yeah, and he's hitting everything clean now, if you notice. Yeah, just get the 4 out past the 8 here. Oh, he went right into the 8.
jacked up. Got to roll this ball in the corner. Old for the purple 5.
There's only really one other player in the world I'd like shooting this for me, and that would probably be Skylar Woodward. Plays the jacked up ball so well.
Yeah, this is where your fundamentals really help you. Doesn't even play it. He plays the cross bank, and he's made it. He just does things different.
I mean, obviously, he's thinking if he hits it a little short, it lands on the top right. It was never a question. How do you stop this, Carl? If you're Michael, how do you stop it?
I suppose he's just got to sit in his chair, tell himself he's involved in a high-pressure match here. He's there. It's, you know, after these 3 balls, if Fedor knocks him in. Still going to be 7-6. Okay. It's on the rail. Play for the 9 in the lower right corner.
This for the first lead in the entire match. Last time he was high with the 1. The 2 in the upper left, pink 4 in the lower right. What? He's got a great look at the 1. Yeah, can he pound check this out of the upper right here? Or does he just roll this in?
Yeah, if he does roll it in, that's because he's happy rolling the red 3 ball in, playing off a couple of rails to land on his next ball. He's got a couple of real tricky positional shots to play here.
Elevated again. Oh, wow. He forced an angle there. I promise you he was below the 1.
Yeah, and he's landed just off the rail, hasn't he, Scott? So he'll down on this if he needs to. The ball in parts of the pocket to create angles.
Yeah, can he go into the 8 here?
Ooh. We may see.
I believe this might have him slightly.
Yeah, sorry, Scott. I was just going to say we may be seeing the short cue.
Is that what you do from here? The rail first is pretty good. It carries a better position.
Yeah, I like rail first. Don't jump the ball like this, man. 5's probably further off than we may actually know about as well.
Yeah, meaning you can possibly get the cue ball up a little bit. Well, there you have it. You can't do much. You don't want to try and cheat this in the air.
Just knocking the ball in to stay at the table to give himself a look at the green 6. That was the plan. paid off, but he's got to knock this ball in.
Yeah, not only that, he's got to get position. There's a lot of traffic down here. How does he play this? Does he level out or? Yeah, slight elevation once again. This won't roll off. Fedor Gorst has missed. Oh, he's left. A good one.
Doesn't matter who you are, what you've won. At some point, you're going to miss one of these long balls.
Just kind of like touching on that jump shot, though, right? If you go rail first, you know you get closer. We're not judging, Gorst. I can promise you. Well, the middle finger still works. Not bad for being off the table for what seems like years.
Well, they like that positional shot.
There's the crowd. That's his cheering section.
Team Ma boys are going to be heard. Opportunity missed. The cannon went wrong. And that's why that is going to be super tight into the side.
Yeah, and there's the flick off the bottom of the 9. That's how the cue ball finished low. Doesn't feel like he's gotten a lot of good shots after the break. The games he's won have been a little scrappy on both sides, so he's going to have to clean it up a little bit. Once again, I think the pink 4 is a big ball to tuck under. I think you can Z the 2, 1-2 up table, maybe behind the 5, but stun below the pink 4. Earlier, he tried to spin below it and left it open.
I don't know if there's a gap there. I just don't know. No, doesn't seem it. He could swerve around, of course.
I actually don't mind that. Not Fedor. He's the best with this cue. That is the dangers of the jump cue.
Yeah, was he just playing the jump bank or something? Did I miss something there? I don't really know what he was lining up.
Yeah, I think the beeps maybe got to him. Looked like he was just playing it to the lower left, but no backup plan.
Yeah, the reason why I kind of like the swerve is because I thought he could have banked it up a little bit, get the cue ball over to the right. If you leave it, at least he's got to knock a long ball in.
Yeah, and a good chance you could have got behind the 9. So sometimes maybe you overplay the jump cue a little bit at his level with it. All right, look at the tip there. It sure looked to be shaking a little bit. A lot of work left to do. Green 6. He'd love to be right where the cue ball is now on the green 6 in the future.
Needs a good angle here on the purple 5. That'll make his work a little easier to the green 6.
I feel like that's dangerous, trying to get below the 5. I feel like you could go too far, or maybe even get perfect, but then when you're running into the 7, you could overhit it. Anything could happen. It's falling great, but now, you understand, Carl, if you dig this a little much, you can get past the 7. Just funny things can happen. Does he try to go towards it or just go out to the middle?
I think when you're behind the shot, you just like the look of it, don't you? Just like a little slow stun shot. The usual 1 second left on the clock. 4 or 5 times he's done that.
Yeah, cutting it very close there. All right, be careful. Big stretch. Nothing wrong with playing the 7 in the corner. Not Michael Baoanan.
Don't see many time fouls. Our very own Jeremy Jones. He had one at the Moscone Cup.
Yeah, we knew that was coming. JJ standing just to our right.
Yeah, he tells us he only hears about it 5 times a day.
Okay. Is he all right here? More than likely. Looks pretty settled to me. That was a little dangerous. That could have opened up to the side pocket. But no problem.
Just listen to the Filipino.
Yeah, sometimes the balls just don't react right, but I feel like he's hitting those hard. I mean, you can see the delivery on the cue. I mean, it's soft, excuse me. I don't want to create drama, but you can see the delivery on the cue. He's really going through them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it looked pretty hard to me. I must be getting weak in my old age. Anyway, it's going to be the push out. If you're wondering what the push out is, it's the very next shot after the break. A player can roll the cue ball somewhere on the table, hit another ball. You can even pot the 9. If you do pot the 9, it goes back on the spot, kind of where it is now. But what you got to remember is your opponent can put you back in to play the shot. You got to be a bit crafty, a bit clever.
Yeah, especially against Gorst.
Fedor, it's your choice.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's maybe the only place he could really roll out. You'd like to think that Fedor's just going to knock this up. Use the 3 and 9.
Foul stroke.
Wow.
Ball in hand.
He thinks that rolled off. I'd love to get another replay. Upon impact, it kind of felt we were going near the 3 ball.
Wow. Just didn't expect it. Just barely grazed it. But Carl, you're right. The 3 was really away the whole time.
The cue ball.
Possibly the 3-9 coming up.
The cue ball looked okay then, Scott. Remember before when I was in the back room when Joshua Filler were playing, he rolled one down the long rail, signalled as if it rolled off, but the replay showed it roll straight.
Well, it's not going to be the 3-9. I'm a little surprised he didn't even look at that. He's got some work to do. You can't blame him, obviously. Heavy favorite to get out here. Funny things happen. I don't know that that's going to help him. His fans screaming when he's made a straight-in ball.
Yeah, they're just building the drama up. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, but it could be adding pressure to their player. Just saying. Oh, the back arm definitely shaking there. Did he go too far? Yeah, right after he had beat Duong, I did an interview and he was extremely nervous. I can only imagine how he's feeling right now. But he hides it well.
He's a cool customer, you know. Been watching him a few racks now, just watching his mannerisms. He's enjoying it. Why wouldn't you?
Extension called.
Yeah, you can just feel it with him. Needs that little extra time.
You know, and if he is feeling it, which he will be feeling it, of course he'll be feeling it. He's got a chance to knock out world number 1, the defending champ. The fact that he's just 3 balls away from getting on the hill and just having that little bit of breathing space could really help him out.
Yeah, Victor Zielinski leading 9 games to 6 last time. Gorst never out of it. Oh, he's hit that wide. He got it in, but that's why the cue ball didn't travel much.
Nothing wrong with the corner pocket here, though. He's not looked at it. I know he was playing for the middle, but the corner is not a terrible idea.
I agree, Carl, but he's committed like the mindset is already on the 8 and the side. When the nerves are high, that's usually where you tend to want to go. Could get him in trouble.
Yeah, he liked the angle, he liked the shot, he liked just floating it past the 9. He visualised it. And he pulled it off. This to get on the hill. Well.
Look, get to Michael.
Well, he's going to be a push out. Fedor Gorst is not over yet.
Push out called.
What do we see here? Where's he going to roll out to?
Yeah, I think this is too open. I'm just saying. No, it's not the worst. I like him finishing down low on the cue ball. I thought he was going to leave him on the left long rail. What do you like here, Carl? Do you take it?
Michael, please play again.
Well, he doesn't. Puts him back in.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of a game of chess here. You don't really want to bring the 2 back down to the bottom side of the table because that's where the 3's at. But you don't have a big choice. You could go side rail to side rail, maybe use the pink 4. That's overlooked a lot.
Very, very nearly well played. Another roll. Fedor Gorst was hooked.
Yeah, a lot of players overlooked that play. That's pretty savvy. Didn't quite get there, but I love the thought process. Big bank coming up here.
He needs this cue ball to keep going. He wants it near the rail. Okay. Could have been worse.
Extension called.
This ball plays, I believe, to the upper right. This is it. If he can bury this, he's a heavy favorite.
Could he slam the bank in and stop the cue ball?
I guess I can't tell what he's doing right here.
Playing safe, I think. High ball. Was trying to find the gap, wasn't he?
I think he was trying to bank it and maybe come down below these balls. But it was close. Either way, he's gotten a little fortunate, the pink 4. Impeding the 2.
Extension call.
Yeah, really funny here, Carl. Funny position. You might just have to go forward behind the pink and send the 2 onto the right long rail. Kind of like you're just 2-railing it maybe to the 3rd rail here on the lower middle diamond. Yeah, or you could power it around 5 rails. Try and get the 2 below the 6, 9, and 3.
Fedor does his own thing out there. He's a very crafty player in them situations. As he cut off a piece of the blue too. Is Michael going to be kicking at this ball?
Yeah, Fedor Gorst, in my opinion, the best in the world at the simple stuff. The simple but very effective stuff.
Tell you what, a kick and stick here would really help the Filipino out. Kicks it on 1 second again.
And here we go. We've seen this position before many times.
Yeah, the simple safety has paid off. He's got to get a good cue ball here. 1 decent shot to get down on the red 3. Kind of really opens the rack up.
And this is natural. 2 rails down towards the 3, and he's going to land near perfect. Carl, it's extremely tough, obviously, to finish on Fedor Gorst.
Yeah, these pool players on the tour seem to be having a hard time of it. It was a Filipino not long ago who managed that task, Carlo Biado, in the World Final. Fedor's landed. Not ideal here. But we see the performance, what Biado had to put in to get the win.
Yeah, I think he's just pounding out here. Taking the distance on the 5.
Slammed it in off the jaw. Can he just come 1 rail back out, or does he play it in the side? I don't know. Yeah, he's weighing up his options.
Yeah, you hear the big exhale from Gorst.
Oh, he goes round the back. That's 5.
Yeah, Fedor goes out of his way to use the outside ball more often than not. Even when it's pretty obvious you can check it. Never wants to introduce any type of kick or skid.
Pretty steep angle. Glances off the edge of the 9.
I'm a firm believer that his technique carries him through these situations when his back's against the wall.
It's just after midnight here in Atlantic City. The 1 ball is in. The 2 ball, is it going to come? Is it going to get there?
Yeah, and I would beg to say it is, because it's almost reminiscent of what happened in the Zelensky match. This is very close. He's acting like it's there.
Yeah, if it's very tight, the fact that he can spin it in with right hand spin will help him because of where the 3 is. Kind of lends itself to come across the right hand side of the brown 7.
Yeah, he can make this, I believe. No problem. Good call, Carl.
From the pink 4 here, but that's okay. He'll slide 4 down the rail, come towards the 9 for a shot on the purple 5. That's the plan. And if he gets that right, he should tie it up. He should make it 9-9.
What's he looking at there? Felt like he could just come across the purple here.
Extension cool.
Not real hard. Is he looking? He was looking above the 8, just to the right. How do you get there?
I don't know. He's seen something we haven't. I mean, us mere mortals would float it in and just kind of go towards the 9. What's he got in mind? Is he going towards the 8? Is he trying to find the gap between the 8 and 9?
I mean, he was really gambling there.
Have you ever seen a shot like that?
I mean, that's just very untraditional. You just don't see taken like that. So close to catching the 8, so close to scratching the side. But he didn't.
Hours and hours of practice, training, doing everything right that a professional pool player has to do is why Gorst could pull that previous shot off. Scott, I don't know how he keeps doing it. I really don't. He has an unbelievable ability to just keep grinding away and giving himself a chance in matches.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. Now the pressure on Baoanan is huge.
Fedor Gorst has done it again. Somehow, just somehow, he's made it 9-9. Unbelievable.
He's on the 2, Carl.
He is on the 2.
Where is the problem? I don't see one. Maybe the purple 5. 5-7 combination. Potentially.
Yeah, the only problem I see here is if he doesn't get straight on the combo. And even if he doesn't, listen, it's not difficult. I'm just trying to find a problem. Yeah, he's 9 apiece. It's the last rack. I get it, but if he lands straight on this combo from the pink 4 to the purple 5, it's hard to see how it goes wrong. But this is the quarterfinals of the US Open, and this man, the previous 2 years, has won one and lost in a final.
And he wants to get all the way out there. Easy to let up on this just a little bit because the natural line of the cue ball is going to go right on the combination. So don't let up here.
Okay, how's he landed?
Pretty good.
Now, does he roll this ball forward or does he cinch it? If you cinch it, you may risk the 5 following the 7 in. That's the only danger. That's fine. Is he coming straight back for the 6 in the side? He
does have an extension available.
Extension called.
And he puts an extension on the cue.
Not much he can do at this moment.
Is he drawing straight back, or is he going to stun it off the top rail with right and come back that way?
It's a pretty big stretch. He's coming out for the side. Oh, and he's hit it perfect.
How do you like it? From the 8 to the 9. You'd love to be straight on that 9 ball, of course you would.
Yeah, you just get the feeling that he's done it again, Carl.
This is why he is the world #1. He has the heart of a lion. This 9 ball for another Hill win.